20R tournament however
did I
long
do that?
ago. Who is this?
I don't know this guy.
Hello?
Never seen him in my life.
Austin, hello. Welcome.
Yo, what's up? I
you
got
doing?
dragged in here against my will.
I would never do that.
Who put you here?
I would
I
never do
just-
such a thing.
I was just gonna quietly watch.
Well, now you can loudly watch.
All right. Here we go. First round.
Now,
This is gonna be
right off the bat, I can just say Hierarchy wins because they have an Elite 3 player, and Big Dogs does not.
valid point. Drazboni is known as one of the best ranked duels players in North America. So this is pretty bog standard what we're seeing from both teams right now. What we expect from both of them. Stabby on the XC. Somebody just got, that was Drazboni, just got clipped down to absolutely nothing at the beginning of that round by Clip Dreams. And then next follows up on it. This is a wash for
I
Big
would say
Dogs
Clip
already.
James is the X factor for this team, in this match in general. Like, if he's able to pop off and do what we know he can do, then this team kind of will run away with it. If not, I would say Hierarchy take it. Hierarchy have the more deep roster, in my opinion, whereas I would say Big Dogs have the more top-heavy one.
I mean, we saw what happened in the 20R tournament, right? When, I mean, Clip Dreams got a 1v3 at 6-1 for Hierarchy, and Big come back and win that entire map and go on to win the whole set. Like, he's such a crucial player. That's the, oh my god, Markler just vanished, and Legend follows it up on the spear pick. Really nice engage from Hierarchy. I don't even know how that happened. Oh my god, Lazy with some clears,
yeah, Lazy's
though.
going
Look at him go. Alright, disadvantage. Not gonna be
That
enough
was
to do.
almost
Did
sick.
you guys see that rep behind him? The spear was really indecisive there. He like
Yeah,
waited to
yeah.
engage. He
And
kind of like
barely
he didn't
missed the
play his
stab.
positioning very well, and it cost him a pick really early on.
Yeah, fuck that spear, to be honest. Bad play.
Damn. Just Brian, huh?
Yep.
1-1. Dopamine's being very aggro. He might get turned down. He's not going to, though. Brian is, you're right, he is being super indecisive. And look at this, now he's going to get melted, possibly. Good parries, but at the end of the fight, they get 2 picks, followed up by a third here. Next to bring one back, but now clipping the 1v3, and Brian's stuck in the duel against the Rat.
Oh, wait, what?
I don't really know
Oh, God.
Bisbo.
If I was, who's the okay, who's this team? If yeah, I don't know. If I was big there, I would have pushed that rat. They were in a really good spot to do so.
Yeah, they had a lot of space that they could have taken to try and apply pressure.
The
there.
rat was so far away from
And
the rest
cornered
of his
as
team,
well.
I don't- Yeah.
Like right here, you could probably turn. I don't know. Nah, it was pretty close timing.
No,
that was
I
there.
wouldn't say.
Oh, Clinically's
Actually,
behind
this-
him, though. Look at him go now. Oh, nice turn from Legendary, though, to actually stop him, but next gets a pick on that greatsword. Dopamine fighting back, but Marco gets that big double on the XC. It's a 2v4 for Hierarchy.
One notable
now.
change I've seen is that Brian switched off of his spear to the halberd, so in the off chance he does get caught in a duel versus the rat, he has a bit more tools at his disposal, a bit more utility to deal with him.
Oh my god.
Overall, we didn't see much value from it there, but they did take the round, and I suspect dueling an alt halberd is much scarier than dueling a spear if you're a rat, because you have the risk of the headshot you have to
Yeah.
worry about, and
You
tier
can
two-
one-shot him.
Yeah, you get 2-shot on slash and stab.
Oh, true,
And
yeah.
if Brian is playing this properly, he shouldn't have to face him alone.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're fighting on the other side. I don't know why they rotated like that. Marco does have the edge with his XC sword, and Clinically's behind him. He's gonna get that big pick on the War Axe. Legendary switches to take him down. We got 2-2v2s. Lots of duels here. Legendary gets another kill on that spear, and a third as well. Huge plays from Legendary. Mopping up big here.
Oh, Nexi looking for that switch. It's not going to come through though.
That would have hit and shove.
Good. Good thing it didn't.
It just doesn't seem like Big has an answer for these rats, honestly.
So we close
I
it
don't know.
out.
I feel like they're telling Brian to match him, but I'm just not sure if he's able to or he sees him or what they're doing. Honestly, if I were to guess, I'd say they're not communicating about that rat's presence at all.
This is 3-2 now with Hierarchy. Pretty close. I kind of see this being
Look
a
how
set
far
instead
out
of being a
Dopamine is
blowout.
here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all the space that he's taking for free.
Okay, so now Brian is in the duel with him, and Clinically's in the duel with Bisbo. So it's just basically a 3v3 engagement here. Huge switch from Cliptures to get that first pick and a second on the Bardiche as well. Bisbo now stuck in 1v2. Drazboni pulls one back with that XC sword. He's gonna go for this big cleave behind. He hits the wall though.
That was good comms there from Big Dogs. I don't know if anyone saw that, but there was a free switch, and Clip James turned without seeing it and knew that he needed to turn and defend himself, and it prevented them from losing their snowball. If I recall correctly, Big Dogs struggled a little bit versus, I believe it was Tempest, in winning the engagements that they earned. So they would get early men up in the fight, and then Tempest would be able to just show off their tenacity and clutch it back up instead of Big Dogs being able to extract value from the situation. So I'm liking this communication here from Big Dog so far.
And now we're seeing Big Dogs run along the wall. This is a much tougher way for Dopamine to have to play this. But look at this! Look at this impact from Lazy. This comes in and cleaves 2 of them right in a row. Dopamine's trying to get to him, but now he's stuck in the 1v2. He's gonna go down instantly. 2v5 for Hierarchy. They just can't do anything.
That was very awkward for Hierarchy there. They sort of like, so someone from Big looked they were able to push through, and someone on Hierarchy went to chase him, and they just left that middle open for Lazy to just cleave through. It was crazy, actually.
So I wonder, I mean, looks like Bigger, they're doing the right thing now, because Dopamine's gonna have to change his pathing now, and he's behind them again here. He's got the duel with Brian again, and Lazy's not behind, so this should probably go Hierarchy's way, barring any Clip Dream shenanigans here. He does go down. Now it's up to Markler and Nexi. Pull off a 2v3. Far from impossible, of course. Markler in the duel with Bizbo, down the 1v3, and he's gonna go down to these 2 stocks. 4-4.
That's more of a neutral engagement, but it was almost like Big thought that they were going to flank, and Brian sort of saw the rat was in front and looked a little bit confused. And he probably could have played his pathing a little bit better there. Do most teams nowadays run rats? I'm not used to seeing this so much.
Yeah, they do, because most teams struggle to deal with rats, so most teams run rats as a result.
Ooh, they're sending 3 after Dopamine now.
See, this is the play I would play.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if I turn my back like that. They got a little bit too overconfident, I think, in killing that rat.
So this is one of those times where we talk about where Big Dogs probably win the engagement, but fail to execute properly. So right there, they had a free 3v1 versus Dopamine, but those few extra seconds that he was able to survive could potentially end up costing them this round. Because they lost Clip Dreams, their most valuable player, right off the start as a result, and it looks like, yeah, they are going to be able to snowball the round as a result.
Now Hierarchy.
Okay, so here's what I would have done differently. I think they had 3 people collapse on the rat there, which isn't bad mentality. Like you want to collapse on that rat. I don't necessarily think you need 3 people to do it though. I think 2 would have been more than sufficient to kill him quickly, especially since he's in that tier 2, right? Or is that tier 1 actually?
It's tier 1 head.
Tier 1 head.
Yeah, he's got the tier 1 head, tier 2 chest.
Oh, now it's a rat duel. Oh, but Dopamine totally broke away. He's completely disabled clinically for a few seconds here. That was really, really big.
That's an open and shut round there for Hierarchy.
Very nice from them. 6-4. We know that Big can make these comebacks though. They've made quite a few. I mean, more than I can count that I've seen on stream.
Teams watching and you have this overextension of rats constantly, please, like you don't need to dedicate your whole team to angling them, and you don't want to just send one person to do it. You're either playing close, doing front to back, okay, or you're 2v1ing him if he's out of position like this. Like, what is this?
Now, clinically is running. Oh, but he gets team hit by Marco. That's so unfortunate. Lenzer takes him down. Next, he gets the trade back on the greatsword though. Now Dresboni in the 1v2. Great footwork to stay alive over there, as Hierarchy pulled back a pick, and Dresboni is still alive. That was so important, and that should be the map number 1 for Hierarchy. 7-4. Looking really strong with that rat from Dopamine Bandit.
Yeah, I honestly have to give it to Dopamine for how well he just played it there. But more actually so to Big for not being able to properly punish him. Like, there's a lot of times where I noticed Dopamine was just way too overzealous with his pathing. I mean, like, you can do that a few times, right, and probably get away with it. But if I'm the enemy team there, you know, I'm trying to condition you to get used to us being comfortable with you being in that spot. So the next time you try to do it, we can just punish you. Right? And that's what I want to see from Big. I want to see them punish that, like him being overconfident like that.
It should be somewhat easier for them to punish him now that they're on Mosh Pit here as well. Much smaller space. If they do 4 corners as well, even if they are running a rat, that might work a bit better. Assuming that Dopamine continues ratting.
4 corners. That's where you put your back to the corner. Is that
Yeah.
kind of like you run? Okay, yeah.
They leaked Reliquary.
That's a good name for it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I like
Dopamine
the
is still on
I like the roleplay names.
That's what's good for you.
Oh, but look at this. Now Lazy once again just gets behind them for free. And he does it a lot. He just totally broke apart the engagement into duels for Big. This is an RNG round, and now it's going to snowball for Big as well.
This is crazy spread out, man. I'm really seeing a lot of fights all over the place.
Okay, actually, Hierarchy bring 2 back. This isn't impossible now. Bizbo gets 1 back as well. I don't know where they got these kills from.
Decent amount of pulling on Hierarchy's side.
Brian
actually.
does win the duel, but it's not nearly quick enough.
He's in a one. This is so doable. Oh.
So.
I'm not allowed to say anything, guys. We just gotta let it happen.
Yeah. But yeah, to talk a little bit more about four corners, the idea is put your backs to a corner. That way, there's no world in which the rat can wrap on you. And then, if the team applies pressure, you just take the fight there. If not, you continue to rotate until they make a positional misstep, and then you take the engagement from
Dopamine goes down so early there, and now they're gonna snowball them hard.
Did they just get a? Oh yeah, they just got a pick and a 3v4. That's pretty insane. Really well played by Big there. I can't believe that.
That was a bit of a coin flip round, I think. But yeah.
That was. They sent 2 to the 1.
Yeah.
Which was kind of far away, in my opinion, to do it. Okay. But they actually got a pick in the 3v4.
Yeah, it's just not a strat you're going to be able to replicate consistently.
So now they're running. Look at they're almost kiting the rat now. This is really interesting. So now Dopamine is stuck in the duel, but Stabby gets a super fast pick onto their rat. And now Brian goes down as well. Really nice snowball from Hierarchy.
You're just. Okay,
Oh, huge clean from
my
Marco.
God.
It's not gonna be enough.
So they had really good positioning there, Big, to like avoid that rat, but sending him to duel like that, the confrontation is such a 50-50 in those duels.
Yeah,
right?
I
It
say
really
Big Dog should just plant themselves in a corner and let their rat go wild, and then not worry about this rat wrapping, you know? Like, I get they're sending Brian to duel the rat, but why bother at some point, you know?
And the other problem is that I'm not seeing Lazy have as much impact as I'm used to. He does get a kill here now on their support, which is going to be pretty important. Ledger's been a huge player for them. Training across the board now. Next, he's got to hold this 1v2, and you got to hope that Mark Whale wins that duel, and he doesn't hold that long enough.
Seems like Big Dogs
Mark
once again are
wins the
kind of
duel.
winning these engagements and then losing the fights.
Mark Whale goes down
It's
3-1.
interesting. I'm seeing some indecisiveness on Big's part here. They don't,
Especially
it's
from
almost like they're
clinically.
not used to fighting these. Yeah, it's almost like they're not used to fighting with these rats. I mean, they're sending a guy to duel away from his team, right? Which seemed to be like they start the engagement off with that. Oh, this is interesting. No, okay, they're just doing that.
And now, so Lazy's having a lot more impact. He actually managed to pull somebody off in the fight this time. You got Dresboni in the 1v2, 2 picks coming off from either side. This is a 4v4. Dopamine and Brian continuing their first to 10 over here. Now Legend doing the 1v2. Oh, and Bizzle's going to go down from that stam. That's so unfortunate. I don't really know what the catalyst was to that round. It kind of just...
Well, it was interesting. So Biggs started off the round by heading left, and then they pivoted right. They let the duel go off to the side. It seems like some of the members kept pushing right, but some of them stayed and fought. So like they're taking the engagement where they find it, more or less, right? So every member seems to be doing this. Which is why we're seeing such spread out fights right now.
Ooh, now Clinically once again just not doing anything. He is behind now. He gets a couple hits in, but his team was down a man in that engagement for a second there. Now they're pulling it back pretty well though. They won all of their duels and all of their 2v1s. Still a 2v3 for Hierarchy. Dresboni really low though. He's a one-shot from any of these weapons. He's trying to win this 1v2. He actually jumps to the wall. Dopamine doing really well in his duel right now. Cutting them away from Dres.
Oh, no.
Clip Dreams with an awful team kill.
This could be a huge throw here from Big Dogs
And
once again.
Dresboni wins the duel. So this is Clip Dreams we're
Oh,
talking
no.
about. He is the king of the 1v2.
That's just
Dresboni just Exy stabbing him. What is this? But he's
I'm
gonna go
not sure.
down.
So is that Clip who left the 2v1? I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know. It might not have been Clip. It might have been
Clip
next.
did
Yeah,
leave,
yeah,
no,
I-
Clip
that's why I
left the
didn't say
2v1 to
for
help
sure, but-
Mark, and the reason why
Okay.
was because Mark was about to die in the duel. So because it was such a short distance, they obviously made the call.
Whoa,
hey, I
they
need
got the
help,
threat.
okay, hop over. Uh-oh.
What's
Whoa.
gonna happen here? So now Nexi's on the rat, and Brian's back into the team
Lazy
fight.
just needs to live at all costs, which he's
And
doing.
Lazy lives. Oh, but not long
though.
enough.
Yeah.
And they're still dueling the rat.
Nexi's coming in, but he didn't really pull well enough on Dopamine.
Oh,
Dopamine gets hit in
there's
the
a
back.
counter pick.
They pulled
Two
back 2
counter
kills
picks.
though.
Nah, not
Oh,
gonna
unfortunate.
Yeah, Hierarchy are just winning the engagements here.
This
I-
Dopamine rat has been so impactful.
I'm seeing like I feel like Big doesn't have an answer for it on most rounds. They just seem to be content with sending someone else to fight, even when Lazy is like being just being challenged by 4 or 5 people. They're still sending
Oh,
out one guy to
wow.
duel the rat. Quick pick, wow.
Clip Dreams went to Mall frontline. He just got insta picked there. We're probably gonna see him switch off of that immediately. Brian in the 1v2 does get a hit off,
Yeah,
but
Hierarchy just winning off the back of
Nuts.
mechanics every single round. It's just an open and shut round, over and over and over.
I'm not
6-2
sure if
now.
I'd say it's just the mechanics. If anything, actually, I think it has a lot more to do with the with Big's issue in challenging their positioning here. Hierarchy's playing a lot more like a unit than I'm noticing Big's.
Okay, so now Lazy does have the wrap, but Legendary does pick him up as well. He's gonna have to try to disable him here.
I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of mechanical errors from Big. I'm seeing missed swings, I'm seeing missed parries.
3v3. 2
Yeah, I'm not saying
three
it's
duels
not a
now.
factor.
Yeah, I don't know. This
Bizzo
looks
wins
very
his duel.
mechanical to me.
This should be an open shut now. It should just be a snowball. Okay, Mark Laron for the 1v2. On the S-Dock, he can do... Oh, 9 spam.
got
That's
buffer.
so... Ooh, nice switch. On 7... can't do it. 7-2 for Hierarchy. Absolutely commanding map there.
Yeah. This is looking very, very different from what we saw in the 20R tournament. Notably, Smile is not playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was in the 20R matches, but perhaps that's the piece they're missing.
It'd be interesting to see these two teams play on a map like this. I'm curious to see what they'll do.
Yeah, I don't... This might prove to be a lot easier for Big now to deal with the rat.
I'm honestly just expecting if Biggs will, if I were to expect anything, they'll probably at first try to do these counter rat plays by using their own rat, and then I have a feeling if things don't work out for them, they'll probably start doing backs to the water. But we'll see.
I am seeing Clinical on our frontline build in the pregame. I don't know if he's going to switch back to a rat, but it looks like he's running a. Oh, we're calling for a slow mo. It looks like Nexi is no longer in. I'm curious if they'll put in Smile. There's a chance that might take place. Yeah, Smile.
Oh, there he
has
is.
joined the server,
He's joined
and
the
there you
server.
go. So perhaps that was the missing piece. They decided we don't want to. Well, it's interesting. So normally it's either Brian or Smile who come in and out because Brian is their extra support and Nexi is their extra frontliner. Interesting that they take out Nexi just to put in Smile. I wonder if maybe they're looking for a different skill set there to handle that. Smile is probably a bit of a more accomplished duelist, although I would say Nexi probably has a bit more awareness in team fights. Perhaps, I don't know, I'm curious to see how they utilize him. It looks like Big Dogs are not running a rat this time, which is a very interesting choice for them. Hierarchy obviously still running the rat. The engages on the base on the side over here by the water. Pretty early pick there for Hierarchy. Clip Dreams in the 1v2, desperately trying to stay alive and buy his teammates some time. The Spear here dueling the S-Stock on the side. There is one hit to kill, but it looks like pretty even trade so far. Big Dogs are in a 2v3 here. Quickly is getting some key stabs because Bunny is going to take him, or excuse me, Dopamine, but it is going to take down Clint Crazy, however. And now Brian trying his absolute best on the side of the cliff here with the halberd, trying to win this 1v3. Looks like it's not going to go his way, though. And he will go down.
Yeah, Dopamine's rat pulled 2 of Big's players there. He had their attention for a long time. Hierarchy had a lot of it up, like a really long window to get picks in that engagement.
I literally think Big just wasn't ready.
Yeah, that is what it looked like. Smile was late. Looked a bit awkward on the start from them. Now this is a lot better. Now this is going to be a 4v4 engagement on the side, which is what Big wanted.
This is sort of what I expected. I mean, in the way they've been playing, sending one person around the corner just adds a little buffer there.
Wow, I don't know where those kills came from.
Clip Dreams falls off. You know, I hate to be that guy, but honestly, I think I would have taken out Clinically Lazy for Nexi. If I was calling the shots for Big Dogs here, I would say Nexi is a bit of a more powerful frontliner than Clinically Lazy. I think if you're going to take out the rat, you take out Clinically Lazy instead of just putting him on frontline and taking out Nexi.
I'd like to see Lazy Rat, yeah. Oh, look at that. Now they're chasing Dopamine down. He is pulling their entire team, and now Clinically is way out of the fight. So this could actually go perfectly for Hierarchy, but Dopamine loses that duel against Brian super early, so now Big got the slight advantage going into this. Hierarchy don't find the pick back. This should be Big's round. Unless
the Matrix
do something ridiculous.
The side there.
Just Big's ability, like their mechanical prowess in that run really shine. But I gotta say, they do look very indecisive. A lot of the engagements, I'm noticing that they just seem to be hesitant to like where they're fighting, when they're fighting. I'm noticing how there's always at least one player in the back between your 3 or 4 of them, just kind of going like, okay, do I hit this guy now or should I wait for you, sort of thing. So I just wonder if they're just a little bit wary of where that rat is, and if they're thinking about it maybe a little bit too hard. I wonder if Hierarchy's gotten in their heads a little bit.
We might have to do a draw round here, huh?
What happened?
Smile lost connection. He might be able to get back in before the time, but deeper slow-mo. I don't want to. It'll break the server.
Went deeper.
You're making the hero division. Would you like to lead it? I think you should take him up on that, Quat. Went really well last time. Rangwarki.
Can we get a look at the rats here and what they're running?
So Big still don't have a rat.
Sorry, the rat, rather.
Yeah. Dopamine is what? 2-2-1 S-Doc? So probably like maybe Rush, maybe Bloodlust?
I
don't know
think
if
he's
that adds
one.
up.
I think he's 1-2-2 actually.
Is the chain head? I thought that was a level 1.
Yeah, 1-2-2, right?
Oh yeah, I'm dumb.
No, you're not.
Those are level 2 legs.
Okay. And he's using an S stock with a firebomb and a short spear.
Yeah, man. Maybe we'll see some fire pot strats.
I'm hoping that's what. Well,
They're-
I'm surprised he hasn't used it yet. I mean,
they're
he's
allowed.
literally in the most ideal position to be using a firebomb, and I'm just surprised he hasn't been throwing it earlier. That's why I wanted to draw attention to it. It's very interesting actually that he has it, but maybe he's saving it for something. I don't know.
And Smiles in. Okay, good.
I already.
But like literally every single round that Biggs is in this little corner here, they could be throwing this fire. Look at this bait. Look at this masturbator over here. Just insane.
Nice.
He said the sex word.
Dresboni with a really quick pick on the Smile. And now Clinically Lazy in a duel against Dresboni on the edge. Dresboni with a big switch on the Clip Dreams, but he's in a 1v3 now. His teammates are coming to help. Bizbo shows up with gets a pick instantly on the S-Doc. Markler trades it back.
I don't like this.
Oh, Lazy's in trouble here against Dopa. He's gonna get disarmed here.
Yeah, this is another thrown engagement from Big Dogs. They're just failing to execute mechanically. They had a 2v3 there and they just lost it. Straight up.
Dopa with the big old jump stab.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm seeing huge mechanical errors from Big Dogs right now. It's just costing them engagements. A 3v2 should never really be lost when you've got that much of an isolation taking place, and then they're able to find a way to just toss it to the team.
Okay, so now they're back taking the fight towards on the cliff edge here. Stabby with a really and that's a bad team kill from Lazy to start it off. Stabby got a huge cleave on the XE as well and
Mechanical
take
error.
down 2.
It's that simple. That's not a strategic error. A team kill is a mechanical error, and it's costing them these rounds over and over.
That's a flawless round from Hierarchy. Oh no. This Big have got to change something. Smile
This
Smile
is
was
looking
not
like a
the
3-0
answer.
if they don't change something quick.
That would be massive. I mean, you know, there were a lot of discussions about, you know, the server for the 20R tournament, and I didn't want to bring that up leading into this, but it's looking like it's making a insane difference in this game, to be honest.
Discussions about the what server?
Well, they were playing on I don't remember if it was Denver or Dallas, and Hierarchy didn't want to play on it, but Big insisted, and Hierarchy's pings were like 80 to 100 for most of the game. This
Interesting.
is another flawless round from Hierarchy now. This is really bad for Big Dogs.
Well, it may not be a flawless round. No.
Oh, I didn't realize Clinically was alive. My bad. He's in a
done
1v4.
this before.
He's got this. Look at this parry.
Whenever Totoro says he's got this, it means he's very much not got this. Just to be clear.
I do hex everyone I speak about. It's true. 5-1
How do you know if you have an
for
ear
Hierarchy.
infection?
Go to the ear doctor.
Asking for a friend.
No.
Yeah, friends. 4v4 engagement towards the cliff side here. Dresboni is really pushed up, but he doesn't get punished for it. And Brian does win his duel a bit quicker against Doping this time. He's going to be late to the engagement. Hierarchy's got to find these kills now before he's here. They're not going to be able to. And now Legendu is stuck in this awkward, like, 1v3 and a half.
Oh no,
There's
Clip
only
Dreams just sat
1v2.
there and threw the round away. Did anyone see that? He just sat there and
2v4.
morph fainted 3 times until he got disarmed and then died.
1v3.
Oh, no.
1v2.
And
Bizbo on this S-Doc. Brian
Big
falls
Dogs,
for
please.
Nice switch from Bizbo. He gets the reverse onto... Oh, but he goes down to Markler's XE. Sorry, great sword. Good effort from Bizbo Batkins. Well known to be an insane player.
Oh, thanks. And they say chivalry's dead.
So Big Dog's back in it now, doubling their round count. But really, the only reason they won that round, in my opinion, is because Brian killed Dopa really quick in that duel.
Oh, there's a brat back there. Okay.
Oh, and now Dopa kills him instantly. So now we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Now
that's
Big
a
need to
lost
find these
round
kills
there.
quickly. Oh man. Now Dopamine just comes in. He's got 2 kills already.
Legendu is
gonna
doing
get
a
a
great job of
third.
hitting these swaps.
It's very interesting how many teams I've noticed are just content with just having a duel off to the side
Yeah, I'm not a big
between
fan.
the rat and. Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense to me. I mean, you're essentially just throwing a 50-50 into the round, right? I mean,
Yeah,
on
it's a
that
coin
duel
flip.
alone.
Serious
I don't-
point now. For,
I don't really know how I feel
Hierarchy.
about that. And they seem to be getting as far away from the engagement as possible when they're doing these duels.
Yeah, you're basically first attempting the rat and hoping that you win the first attempt.
That started better for Big, but now Dresboni gets the first pick and Legend follows it up. One falls
that's a
off.
3-0.
1v5.
It's a 3-0.
3-0 for Hierarchy against Big Dogs, unless Brian does something crazy and he can't.
Good
Holy
God.
shit. I honestly
A
was favoring...
massacre for Hierarchy. Big Dogs
I was
in
favoring Big
shambles and
Dogs.
slaughtered. Bodies strewn across the battlefield. They will not be coming back from this.
I was honestly favoring Big going into this, but
Turns out
really have
pings are the
to-
only thing that matters.
I really have to commend Hierarchy. I think they played it a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I just
Big
can't
Dogs lost
believe.
that set.
Yeah.
They earned that loss.
Mhm. I honestly just I can't believe the willingness to go into that rat strat with like just total defeatism just by saying screw it, let's just throw a guy at him and a halberd nonetheless. I don't really I don't know how I feel about a decision like that. If it's just most teams aren't as aware of like the effectiveness of a rat, it's something you can't just